So the first thing we want to do is we want to adjust the height of the workstation. You can easily do that by pulling up on the workstation and sliding the pen into the appropriate hole. And there we go. The next thing we want to do is we want to adjust the roller support brackets. And this can easily be done. Just a side note, once you figure out what that position is, you can mark it on the tabletop for future reference. Alright, now we're ready to install our cutting unit onto the workstation. I'm using a hoist. There we go. Now we're going to flip it around and we're going to clamp down on the front roller. Now it's properly secured. Alright, now notice I can spin the cutting unit around, giving me easy access to all the fasteners. Here I'm removing the pivot bolts for the bed bar. Spin it around, get the other side, easy. Now there's room for a magnetic tray if you wish to keep all your fasteners at, close proximity. I got my tools hanging on the support bar. And notice again, easy access to all my fasteners. I don't have to wrestle with the cutting unit. Bed bar is going to easily come out. And then here's the best part, is that we now have a vise for the bed bar. And we're going to be using the pivot bolt holes to slide that on. Just that simple. Thread on the other side and clamp that down. You don't have to be super tight on it. You can just snug these locking bolts down, and this is properly secured. Now, before I ship my reel off to grind, I like to do a pie tape reading and check to see if there's any coning. You can easily do that on the workstation before shipping it out. Once you get your readings, you can send your reel off to grinding. I like to come back and start working on my bed bar. Now I can easily access all my screws. If you have to use a punch and hammer, you can readily do that. That bed bar is not going anywhere. And then you can work on your bed bar, clean it off, get it ready for a new bed knife. Once again, reinstallation is super easy, and you can also torque your screws down without hassling with the bed bar. Once it's ready, you can grind it, bring your reel back to the workstation, and go through the reinstallation process. Now, while we're on the workstation, you can also set up your cutting unit. I'm using a feeler gauge to make my reel to bed knife adjustments. It's really easy. Now, an interesting thing to note is that the cutting unit is in the position as if it's on the turf. We got pressure on the rollers. We're just removing any tolerance. The reel, the gravity is forcing it down, just like how it's sitting on the turf. You're able to make all your adjustments quick and easy, especially the height of cut adjustment. It's going to be more accurate, and you're going to be more consistent with your setup from cutting unit to cutting unit. Notice, you're not struggling with the cutting unit. You can do all your adjustments quick and easy.